YouTube. I'm Jaquetta.
I'm Cordelia.
And this is the Black Berry Beauty channel. And today we have a very special video for you. Right now the hottest thing in makeup seems to be highlighting and contouring. Yes. This is not going to be a video on how to contour because you can find those all over YouTube. So if you want to know how to contour, you can just type it in the search box and find a video on how to contour. This is more just a video on contouring products, you know, that we like to use. Your skin, you probably have no problem at all finding something to contour with, and that's great because there are a lot of great contouring products out there. Mm-hmm. But if you're darker skin, like us NW45s, you know, you may have a hard time finding something to contour with. And so that's what this video is for. It's to show you lots of contouring options that you have. We have 3 contour palettes. We have the Kat Von D one, the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and just a no-name one that I picked up somewhere, I don't remember. But these aren't our favorites right now, and we will tell you why in just a minute. We feel like when you buy these, the darkest shade, if you don't know what contouring is, it's adding the dimension back to your face. You need a shade darker than your skin. The darkest shades in these aren't
even close
to being dark enough. Like, especially on one of them, like this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It retails for about $40. I think I got this from Ulta for $40. And if you can see the dark, I mean, let me say that these are it's a good product. The powders are soft and creamy. It's good powders, and actually
would be a good highlight, yeah, as well.
We like the highlight ones, but the contour one, if you can tell, like this is my Makeup Forever Pro Finish finishing powder, and the darkest shade on that one is like the same color as my finishing powder. Yeah. So as far as, I don't know if they look the same, but in person they are very close, very close. So as far as me contouring with that, this would just be a highlight.
Yeah,
a highlight.
And I mean, they're good and for other people who will benefit, but not really for
our shade or darker. That Anastasia one is not dark enough. This is the Kat Von D one. Honestly, I don't know this one, and I always get excited about Kat Von D products because I hear the foundations are so good, but this is very chalky to me. The darkest shade, that's the darkest shade here. So this would be, as far as contouring goes, that's this. And our swatches, we are still a work in progress here. So, but this powder, it looks dark, but I feel that it's chalky because it's lighter than my skin. The darkest one is lighter than my skin. So a good contour for me. Like I said, that's the darkest one. So, I mean, I think it was $46.
Yeah. So
if you want to spend $46 for pretty much just a highlighting palette, then you should get the Kat Von D one.
That could work for some people.
Yeah. Comparing these two, though, I feel like this one is a better product than this one. The Anastasia one, yeah, it's better than the Kat Von D one because these seem very chalky to me, and these powders feel very creamy and smooth. So if you're lighter than me and you want a good whole contouring and highlighting kit, then I would say the Anastasia one is a better product. Yeah, better product than the Kat Von D one. I didn't like this one.
Yeah.
The third one that we had was just a no-name one that I picked up from somewhere. It was cheap, but actually, to be honest with you, out of the 3, this one is my favorite because although the contour is not dark enough for me, it has other color that I do actually use as blush. So yeah, I can still do something with this one because these 3 I actually do use for blush. So, and I've actually used these for eyeshadows, and so for the price, I think I paid $6.99 for this one. So that was a great deal. I think I picked it up at like Ross or somewhere. I bought it even though it didn't look dark enough for me, just because I thought it'd be something good to have in your kit, which it is. If I'm doing someone else's makeup, this is something that I could use. So I felt like this was great for its price. It has 8 colors in it. It says JLB Cosmetics. I don't know if that would help anybody, but it says JLB Cosmetics. It retails for $12, but I got it from Ross, so it was $6.99. And this is actually my favorite out of the 3 because I can use this one on clients. These 2
at a good price.
At a good price.
You don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on one thing when it's just pointless, because you have to charge more for the face. Right. So it's easier just to buy something like this that's a no-name and works better for clients. Right. So. For kit makeup, that's definitely a winner. 40 and 46, and these aren't dark enough for us. So with that being said, we just want to show you some of the options that we use for highlighting and contouring that we feel like are good for dark skinned girls like ourselves. And yeah, here we go. Well, I'll start with this one. Again, this is my
Pro Finish from Makeup Forever powder, and this is my color, and it is 185. I use this as a finishing powder, and I love it. The powder is soft, it's not chalky at all, true to color. I love it, love it. So if you're lighter than us and you just want a good contour, you could probably use this. I love it. I love this. I use it every day, actually. Another powder that is a good contour that you probably heard us talk about.
Yeah, of course, as always, the
Becca Coco. That is the best.
She's very good.
It's so dark. It's so... I mean, Becca powders are amazing. Not chalky at all. I'm swatching it actually right next. Let me see. I'm going to swatch it right next to that Anastasia, or no, was it Kat Von D? Mm-hmm. Because if you hold them up, they look kind of similar. But this one is so much chalkier and so...
Not the business.
Not the business. I'm going to get really close and see if you can see the difference. The Becca one that we love, and the Kat Von D one you can't even see because it blends in with my skin. So, yeah.
This one's a very good one. So if you can go just in Sephora, like I said, they'll let you try it on. They'll do anything. So just go with a fresh face. Find your color. And if you like it and it suits you,
right,
buy it.
And it's I think it's like $38 on its own, which I know what you're thinking, like $38 for one color when you can pay $2 more and get 6 colors. But this is a lot more product than, and if you're a dark skinned girl, then you know the struggle of just trying to find something that's your color. And so when you find something that's a great product and you can contour with it, this will last me forever. I'm feeling like I've had it for a month now. When you find something that's your color and you can use to contour with, you stick with it, because this is the business. So it's pricey, but it's so worth it. It's worth it. It's worth every penny. Another good option for contouring if you're a darker skinned girl is Old Faithful. You've heard about this on YouTube all over the place. It's CoverGirl and Q120 Ebony Bronze. I used to use this one. This used to be my go-to until I got the Becca one. And so when I have darker skin clients like myself, I'll use this one, you know. It depends on how much I'm charging for the face, honestly. But yeah, this is my go-to for, like, I used to use this one. If you can, I don't know if they're showing to be the same. This one looks more, this one looks darker.
More redder.
Yeah, this one has more red in it. But it's still a great contouring powder. It's not a lot of shimmer. This one's matte and this one has a little bit of shimmer in it. That's the only difference. So that's why I think I would choose this one over this one, because I like my contour to be matte. Another great contour option is the Shea Moisture. They just came out with their line of powders and they seem to be really good.
If you haven't heard it, it's all over YouTube as well. I've heard a lot about it as well. Yeah. So the Mandly Dusk.
Mandly Dusk, yeah.
Yeah, the Mandly Dusk. So.
And this is Shea Moisture as well. Moisture Caribbean Praline, and it's pretty dark, and it was
$12.99, right?
Yeah, $12.99. This
on your website.
Yeah, and this one was like $10 because it didn't come with the compact, but. This one is like, again, in praline cream, and it's another good contour option for dark skinned girls. We have one more contour powder. If you happen to be darker than us, and none of these will work for you. If you happen to be darker than us, and like I said, these won't work for you, and they are your same skin color. Another option that I had, I used to use this. I bought this for a contour before I found the Becca one. I bought this from NARS from Sephora. Because I was using just this one at the time and it was okay, but I wanted sometimes more of a stronger highlight or stronger contour, and so I bought this and it was a little too dark for me to use, honestly. But if you're darker than me, then it may be perfect for you because it's such a rich brown color. And this is Coconut Grove. It's actually an eyeshadow, but Coconut Grove by NARS is a great contour powder. I mean, because it's soft and it's matte. So I feel like if you're darker than me, this may be a good option for you. And it's very matte, like the Becca one. So it almost looks, see how they,
yeah,
it's very,
that one's a lot more chocolatey.
It's more chocolatey. So if you're darker than us, then we even have something for you. You might want to try Coconut Grove by NARS. It's actually an eyeshadow, but you can use it to contour with.
And like I said, go in there and see. If you want to, just ask them, contour it in, get your little brush, see it, look in the mirror, figure it out, figure what works for you. And
Sephora is always great about returns. We return stuff there all the time. When it doesn't work, our Sephora girls here in our town know us. They know we're going to bring it back, and they even tell us that we can bring it back. So Sephora is great. You can get samples and things you can't get samples for that are hard to get samples for, like powders. You can buy it, and then if it's not your color, take it back. Get your money back. Yeah. Lastly, we're just going to show you some creams because, I mean, powders, if you're a beginner, you may only contour with powders. But I like to contour with the cream and then set it with the powder. So I'll show you some of the cream products that I contour with. And let me just say, I ordered Espresso by Bobbi Brown. It's not here yet, but when it does get here, I will let you guys know how I feel about that one. But one of them is the product that I talked about in our favorites video. If you've seen that, if not, you might want to go back and watch that. On the Black Up, you have to order it online because they don't sell this anywhere in Texas or America. Okay, well, this is Black Up Cosmetics. The contour stick in the darkest shade that they have, which is the number 5. The color, the shade is okay. Like, the color is okay. It's a very good dark contour, but I don't like the product very much. Like, it's funny because I'll get oily right in my contour. Who gets oily right there? I mean, most people get oily here, 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 the highlight. Yeah, this, no, but this, sometimes I do. So I don't love this product, but if you're just looking for a dark cream highlight, it could work. Like I said, I got the Bobbi Brown and Espresso coming, and I want to compare them and swatch them side by side and see how I feel about that one. But right now I'm using this one because, like I said, it was $48 and I need to use the rest of it. I don't have a whole lot left, but it didn't come with a whole lot of product to begin with. So, anywho. There's that. That's an option for a chocolate baby to contour with. That's one option. Option number 2, in fact, I'm using this one today. This is MAC Matchmasters foundation. I use foundation sometimes to contour with when I want that more seamless contour. This is in the color 10. Now, I did hear that this is being discontinued, so if they don't even have this one online, the number 10. Wow. You have to go into a MAC store and see if they have it. I got this when I was out of town months and months ago because I was looking for something to contour with, and I thought maybe that I should try to use a foundation because I've seen some people use a foundation. I think this is like $36 or $38. It's one of MAC's pricier foundations for MAC because I think the rest of them are cheaper than this. But I love contouring with this. It's darker than my skin. I'm actually a 9.0. I'm so sad that it's going away. There's a couple of places when I was out of town this last time, they had it in the town that I was in. So I was going to grab another one. I didn't. And I'm going to go down there in a couple of weeks. I'll probably grab another one then so I can have 2 of them. I'm only using it to contour, so this is going to last me forever. I've had it forever and it's still pretty full. You can't really tell, but it's still pretty full. Like I said, by comparison, I'm a dark skinned girl and this is a 9.0 and this is a 10. So yeah, I hear they're discontinuing this. So if you have this somewhere, grab it and use it for a contour, and it'll last you a long time. It's worth it. $38, but it's worth it. It's actually cheaper than this, and you get a lot more product.
True.
So, yeah. Another product that I used to contour with a lot, and I still would, because this is actually cheaper than this, and I like it better. But this is Ruby Kisses 3D Face Palette, or 3D Face Creator. I got this I think I got this online at one of the beauty stores online, Sam's Beauty or something. But they have it at a lot of the drugstores in big cities, like Dallas, for instance. But this is in the color number 16. And this also makes great kit makeup because this baby was only $5. It was $4.99. And I used to use the darker shade, this one, to contour with. And it was a good contour. It's a thicker consistency than this. It's more along the lines of this, but I feel not so oily. But like I said, it's $5. It's worth a try. Contour with it. I used it forever and ever and ever until I got into the really high-end stuff, which was this. But I would go back. If I didn't have that, I would have no problem substituting this until I got more. So I like it a lot. And the reason I'm doing most of the talking on this video is because
I'm a beginner and she uses Becca. So I'm not into the cream and foundation yet. So give me some time.
And the last one that I have is this NYX contour palette in the deep. And as you can tell, I haven't really used it yet, but I got it. The reason I bought this whole thing just for this one color, and it's that one right there. And it looks like a darker color for us to contour with. Now that I'm swatching it, it could work for a subtle.
Like a daytime wedding.
Yeah, it could work for a subtle, like around the office or school. It could work for me. If you're brighter than me, it may be perfect for you. But like I said, it's NYX, the one that kind of just came out in the 03. I actually like this because it reminds me of the MAC one, except for, of course, the MAC one is like $40, $50. And this, you get the same amount of product and it's a cheaper alternative. So if you're just starting out in makeup or yeah, you want to add this to your kit. If you do a lot of other people's makeup, it would be nothing to buy all 3 of these because I think it's dark, medium, and light, and have that around in your kit. That's a good dark color that most people it'll be darker than. It's a little red to be a contour for me, but I don't know. Maybe
it could work.
It could work. It could work.
Especially if you go back and get a powder like this one and set it with like with a moisture or something.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for our contour video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that we answered some of your questions or gave some of you darker women of color options to contour with. If you have any questions on any of the products that we showed you, you can just leave it in the comment, leave it down below, and we will get that answered for you. Oh, this was $14.99. I don't know if I said that. This is $14.99 at Ulta. But yeah, so those are what we like to contour with, and you know what does and doesn't work for us. I hope this is helpful to you. Don't forget to watch our next video and like and subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram, blackberry.beauty. Blackberry.beauty on Instagram. Yeah, that's all, folks. Bye.